Rumors can be strange and powerful, especially when they revolve around someone as public and beloved as Rick Harrison of Pawn Stars. For months now, the internet has erupted with jaw-dropping claims that the cheerful father figure behind the famous gold and silver pawn shop may have concealed a secret life of disturbing activities. The kicker? None of this is confirmed. There isn't a single official document or court record supporting these stories, yet despite that, I can't shake the feeling that something about these rumors rings uncomfortably true. Maybe it's all baseless gossip, or perhaps there's a real darkness lurking beneath that down-home charm. The hush-hush talk started innocently enough. Rumors of restricted backrooms, shipments arriving at odd hours, and employees quitting after witnessing weird stuff. At first I scoffed, who wouldn't? A show that prided itself on honesty and bartering seemed an unlikely front for something sinister. But then more rumors popped up, detailed, oddly specific ones that no random troll could invent so precisely. If someone is going to spin a fairy tale, wouldn't it be flashy and superficial? Instead, these stories had lists, alleged ledgers, even references to special codes. Sure, it's all unverified, but there's an old saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. And right now, the smoke is thick enough to make me wonder. Some claim that Corey Harrison, the shop's lovable big hoss, began noticing inconsistencies years ago. Locked office drawers, after-hours visitors who never showed up on security logs, and pages torn out of accounting books. The big bombshell rumor that Corey eventually confronted his father demanding to know what was really going on, only to be placated, or possibly threatened, into silence. Is that true? Officially, no. There's no interview or public statement confirming any of it. Still, when you combine these whispery clues, it paints a picture of a son caught in the shadowy undertow of a father who might not be the man the cameras made us love. The rumors got juicier when word hit social media about a mysterious courier claiming he transported bizarre, unlabeled crates for Rick Harrison, some with rumored biological hazards. Allegedly, he brought his concerns to the FBI. Here's the rub. Neither the Bureau nor local law enforcement has confirmed a raid or investigation. Radio silence. But given how sweeping these allegations are, could there be an active operation kept under wraps? Authorities often refuse to comment on ongoing cases until charges are filed. Or it could be total hogwash. Me? I'm not sure, but something about the cloak and dagger tone makes me feel we haven't heard the full story yet. This is where things get truly outrageous. Talk of hidden remains and locked freezers, plus a secret inventory of historical items that might not be antiques at all. Some say they're relics in the most macabre sense. There's mention of a large ledger detailing body parts, chemical preservatives, and coded references to high-value collectors. Completely unsubstantiated, completely insane. And yet, the sheer detail swirling around these claims is chilling. No mainstream reporter has verified these specifics. No credible outlets have published anything. Yet a tiny voice in me wonders, are these elaborate stories simply too elaborate to be pure fiction? Then there's the so-called life sentence. Certain corners of YouTube and unscrupulous blogs claim Rick Harrison stood trial in secret, was found guilty of horrific crimes, and is now rotting in a maximum security prison. Wouldn't such a thing be plastered all over national news if it were true? Normally, yes. But conspiracists argue that hush money, powerful connections, or other forms of influence might have kept the story under wraps. It sounds wild, but the rumor persists. I admit I'm torn. Usually the absence of evidence means it's not real. But the magnitude of these stories, combined with the intensity of online chatter, leaves a nagging doubt in my mind. Maybe it's nonsense, or maybe we're being shielded from a scandal too big to handle. At the heart of these allegations lies a bombshell quote, "He's pure evil," supposedly spoken by Corey about Rick. Internet posts describe a teary confessional interview where Corey lays out every grim detail, from hidden tomb-like rooms at the shop to unexplainable bruises Rick would come home with late at night. None of that interview footage seems to exist beyond secondhand summaries. So is it just an urban legend? Possibly, but I wonder if the absence of official footage only highlights how carefully the Harrison family and any involved networks might have squashed the truth. In other words, the lack of proof might itself be suspicious. Unsurprisingly, these rumors have ignited a civil war among Pawn Stars fans. One camp says it's a smear campaign, citing Rick's philanthropic reputation and lack of tangible evidence. The other side points to the volume of stories and the eerie specificity in each new account. Social media arguments rage on, with folks burning old DVDs of the show on principle or disowning the entire Harrison clan online. Even I can't decide if we're witnessing a coordinated hit job on a beloved reality star or an actual monstrous secret that's carefully hidden from the spotlight. Honestly, it could be either, and that tension is exactly why these rumors continue to thrive. So here we stand, a swirl of unverified allegations that, if true, would shatter the squeaky clean image of Rick Harrison forever. There's no hard evidence, no public case file, and no mainstream confirmation, yet the rumors feel so insistent, so darkly consistent, that part of me believes we're only seeing the tip of a much bigger iceberg. Does that make me gullible? Or are we all turning a blind eye to something appalling? In the end, it's up to each of us to decide if we buy into these sensational claims or if we write them off as clickbait. I, for one, can't shake the hunch that there's at least a grain of truth under all the madness, and that alone is enough to keep me wondering if we'll ever see the day when unsealed records or a breaking news report confirms that the real Rick Harrison was nothing like the smiling negotiator we thought we knew.